How in the world do you follow that? Besides marveling at my keen fashion sense, you might think, why in the world? You might think that it's foolish for me to come to the podium. But I've never wanted to heed good advice, my family can attest to that, or shy away from making a fool of myself. I'm here because I have a point to make, and I need you to hear it and I need you to remember it. It's a point Kylie would want you to know. God is on his throne. This wonderful school has taught me and taught my children that repetition is very good for learning. So I want to repeat my point, just in case I have to run from the stage crying. God is on his throne. Many of you know that Kylie was a huge surprise. 13 years ago, Robin had a persistent stomach bug. One particularly tough Friday, she called my office and asked me to get a pregnancy test on the way home, just to rule that out. And remember that I had 3 girls under the age of 6 at the time. So along with the test, I got a gallon of ice cream just in case. In the morning, she woke me up with the ice cream, a spoon, and the positive pregnancy test and said, "Eat up, big boy." Our life has never been the same. The name Kylie is Australian. It means boomerang, because the girls just kept on coming. This is good. This is helpful. Thank you for laughing at my lame jokes. Rob and I have joked that we stole some other family's eldest child because Kylie had all the typical tendencies of a first child. She was a perfectionist, eager to please, a diligent worker. She was always our sunshine, joyful, loving, our peacemaker. She gave the best hugs. Some of you got tackled by her Velcro hugs. I love that description. From her earliest days, we called her Smiley Kylie because a smile was never far from her face. I learned a lot about Kylie over the last year. I saw more of her tears than a father should ever see. I saw her bite her lip when a nurse came to pump poison into her body, knowing that it would soon make her wretch. I always thought I knew what strength was. I didn't. At a frail 75 pounds, Kylie was the strongest person I will ever know. During her treatment, there were tears, angst, cries of terror, fits of rage. Yet every day contained smiles, hugs, warmth, joy, praise, and enough laughter and love to beat back at that enemy on her terms. Kylie will forever be my hero. I don't understand why this was God's plan for Kylie. I've struggled with that every hour of every day since we knew her death was imminent. Here's the question. Does it matter if I know? I also don't understand quantum physics. Gravity, women, the rules of punctuation as they apply to semicolons, and most basic mathematics. Yet they still exist. If I never learn any of them, that doesn't make them any less real or binding. So it is with God. While I may never understand his plan, that doesn't change the fact that he is on his throne, he is good, he loved Kylie, and he loves us. During the past year, he showed himself real to us in tangible ways over and over again. Yet for some reason, he chose not to heal. Why? I do not understand. Being Kylie's social media coordinator, I got a unique glimpse into people's interaction with our little girl. I had to filter and delete some things, but I want to read you just a few of the messages we got over the year. Early on, a man began reposting nearly everything we put up. I thought it odd at first, but then I saw that he wrote this. "This girl is awesome. She has changed my heart on many things. That little statement was my first glimpse into what the special thing that God was doing with Smiley for Kylie. And it only got better. Hold on. Yellow. One woman said, "I've been praying for you to feel well enough to go to your gala. Honestly, I have not prayed for anything or anyone so fervently in over a decade. Thanks, Kylie, for bringing faith back into my life. Your daily strength gives me reason to have faith in God again." Another, "I just wanted you to know that our family prays for Kylie, and through her journey in faith, she has brought us closer to Christ. Because Kylie's story weighs heavy on our hearts, we find ourselves praying more, not only for Kylie, but more often than we did in the past. Kylie, through your struggles in faith, you have changed our spiritual life. Thank you." Listen to this young lady. "I began following your Facebook page as a student in nursing school and realized that God has called me to focus my work on childhood cancer. Before every test, I would make a list of names of people who inspired and motivated me to keep studying and do my absolute best. On February 6th, I received my nursing license with Kylie's name on the top of my list." This is hard. This is a favorite of mine. "I've been so selfish in my past and am guilty of poor, pitiful me garbage. However, since I began to follow Kylie's page, I have changed as a person." These are adults, by the way. "You are so positive and strong. Seeing your posts reminds me that every day, no matter how bad I think something is in my life, there is always hope. I do not know you personally, but you hold a place in my heart and in my soul. I pray for you every day, and I want you to know that every day you are an influence on my thoughts and the way I perceive things that happen. It's kind of a what would Kylie do situation. And most of the time I think to myself that Kylie would just smile and dance." Even this week they came. "I love her because she always had a smile that would brighten your day. I never smiled. I didn't know how until I saw Kylie's post. She taught me to live. I had given up on life and all in it. Thank you for sharing her with us." Wow! That's my little girl. And it's just a small sample. I could read so many more. I wish I could say I'd affected that many people in my 47 years as she's affected in 12. So what would Kylie do with this God that we don't understand? To answer that, I'd like to read to you something Kylie wrote herself. "We've made so many friends, new friends along this crooked path, and some are here today. We've been able to talk to them. We've met other patients who've encouraged Kylie and some who sought encouragement. One of these is a beautiful young lady in Illinois who suffers from a chronic illness. She reached out to Kylie over some fears of an upcoming scan. Listen to Kylie's response. "I know what scanxiety is like and can understand what you're feeling right now. Recently, I had a scan that revealed a tumor in my jaw. It was scary going into that scan because of the immense amount of pain in my jaw. But a previous scan had made them think it was not a tumor, so I wasn't expecting news. I'm praying so hard. Scanxiety is the worst." Here's what she said. "Don't ask why, but look at what you know and admire what God has shown you. I think it's easy to focus on what could happen. Instead, focus on what wonderful things have happened and that God has a plan for what is ahead." Kylie impacted the lives of so many people, but why did she have to lose hers to do so? I don't know. And I may never know. But I know that God is on his throne, and because Kylie told me to, I won't focus on unanswered questions. Instead, I'll focus on the wonderful things that have happened. Like those 12 beautiful years she graced my life. I would encourage you to do the same. Maybe you were the kid who finished their test before everyone else. Maybe you were like me and had a page full of holes and eraser shavings, scrambling through question number 7 when the teacher called time. There's a lot of teachers here today that can attest that Kylie was a good student who finished her tests on time. Our families had a lot of time to talk. We want to assure you that Kylie didn't die early. Her life was perfectly complete. She finished the test. She got an A+. It only took her 12 years, where it's taken the rest of us a lot longer. Over the past years, I've taken so many pictures with this phone. Many you'll never see because Kylie always had the first right of refusal. And she often said no. Like us, Kylie would be shocked and humbled that so many of you are here today. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to take one more smiley for Kylie of all of you in your yellow. And you have to smile whether you want to or not, because that's what Kylie would do. And I'm going to do panorama first, but Meredith just taught me how to do it, and I have no idea if it's going to come out. So then I'm going to turn it sideways and do what I know. Yeah. I think I actually did. Smile. Smile. Thank you all.